Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles in another of the subscriber replays sent in for the 100k subscriber replay contest. This is Bow Chiller in his Panzer 38T, fully upgraded. He certainly appears to be fully upgraded. He's got the 47mm gun. It's a tier 3 tank, tier 3 game. He's here on Malinovka. You can see that he's got camo net and binocular telescopes, so he obviously has this thing set up to perform well as a scout when this thing ends up in higher tier games. It does get scout matchmaking. Not quite as brutal as the scout matchmaking that a tier 4 a tier 4 light tank gets, but you know, he takes his scouting responsibilities seriously, as you are going to see in this video. Even though this is only a tier 3 game, this was a privilege to watch. Bauchiller has obviously scouted on Malinovka many, many times. Only this time, due to the limited view ranges involved of the tanks here, he can afford to be a little more aggressive. There he is. And just watch this. You know, what the hell was that guy thinking? You notice Bauchiller hasn't actually fired a shot yet. He's just spotting. He's biding his time. Enemy Panzer 38T, one of the most capable tanks on the enemy team, just drove right across the middle of the map and died instantly. So, Bauchiller's repositioning. And now he's taking his shots. There's his first kill, Mark III medium. You'll notice nobody else is shooting back at him. He's still in cover. Tier 3 game, none of these vehicles have the view range to spot him, even when he fires. And then it all goes quiet. Now he's not going to waste his time shooting at the front of an AMX-38 at 272 meters, but a T-46, hell yeah, why not? Valentine AT breaking cover, yep, no problem, we'll have him too. 4 kills. The game is barely 3 minutes old. Staying in cover, moves forward. LTP on the hill there, that's 600 meters away, and he is covered by the ridge. Actually, there are 2 LTPs up there, but he has the radio range to see one of them. Absolutely no reason for him to break cover yet. Neither team really has the advantage. Scores are 5 each. They've just lost a Marder up on the hill there. That LTP's taking fire from the Panzer 1C, but the Panzer 1C versus 2 LTPs is going to be in trouble. Look at this, 603 meters range, and he's hitting him. Giving that Panzer 1C some breathing space. BT7 over there, he's spotted. Is this guy going to poke out? Yep, he is. Kill number 5. You'll note that not only has Bauchiller not taken any hits yet, he hasn't even been spotted. The combination of his camo net, the cover that he's in, the fact that he's using binocular telescopes because this thing's set up as a higher tier scout, basically means he can sit in this bush with almost complete impunity. All those guys, and there are still 4 of them at least in those buildings, none of them have the view range to see him, even when he opens fire. Oh, Artie spotted. Run, little scumbag. And he's dead as well. There's Top Gun. LTP's in cover behind the church. There's a Mark III cruiser. Swing the turret around. Where did he go? Yep, got him. 7 kills. Would have been a Bolter's medal or a Wittmann's medal in old money. AMX-38 is still there, and people are still trying to shoot the front of an AMX-38 through the windows. It's not going to happen. Another Panzer 38T, also with a 47mm gun, but he is not going to get away. Kill number 8. As long as that AMX-38 keeps his front pointed towards these guys. Oh dear. Kill number 9. He came out to face the Marder, but forgot about presenting his flank to all of these guns. Speaking of Marders, there's one there. Marder and an AMX-38 are the only two remaining vehicles that we know of back in the enemy base. There's an LTP who was up on the hill, hiding around behind the church. Medium 3 over there, with his 2-pounder gun. Not AFK. Our artillery is obviously not paying attention to the map. Otherwise he you really shouldn't be sitting down there. Well, then again, I don't know. Perhaps he's sitting in the woods. Oh, AMX-38 coming out to play again and showing us his side. You've got to ask yourself, why did he do that? Why did he come out and head across the field that way? There was nothing there to attack. LTP's just nailed artillery. Yeah, I knew that sitting there was not a great idea, not with that unscouted LTP up in the woods. Now, some long-range shots at Armada. That guy's 335 metres away, and he's not showing much of his tank. He's being sensible. He's using the low ground. The three remaining enemy players appear to be trying to coordinate an attack. Oh, he's taking his tracks off. He's dead now. He's so dead now. Medium 2's turned his turret to engage the LTP. Kill number 10. And now it's time to go Marder hunting. Now, that enemy Marder 2 has 4 kills, and he has not been spotted the entire game. So he could be absolutely anywhere. This guy knows what he's doing. Marder 2 with the top 76mm gun is quite a formidable opponent. It's nowhere near as good as it used to be. But he's managed 4 kills. On the other hand, Bouchella has managed 10, all from sitting in that one bush. He has remained undetected the entire game. Nobody's even spotted him, let alone taken shots at him. So he's in a good position here. If he can get the first shot at the Marder, he'll probably win. He's definitely got the armour advantage over the Marder at least. One-on-one Panzer 38T versus a Marder. If both guys know where the other guy is and they're both shooting at each other, the 38T is probably going to win. It can bounce the occasional shot, whereas nobody's ever going to bounce off a Marder. So he's looking at the usual hiding positions, but he's not here. So he's thinking to himself now, okay, well, that Marder could be absolutely anywhere. So the one way to flush the guy out of hiding is to go and start capping. Marders are pretty stealthy machines, but not when they're moving. So if you want to force him to come to you, go and sit in the cap circle. There's cover there. Oh, he's spotted. He's going for the medium 2. Wait for it. That one missed. These shots are going high. On target. Marder's reloaded. He's killed the medium. Game over. Oh, he didn't kill the medium. Medium got away with it. He actually managed to save the medium 2 into the bargain. 11 kills in a tier 3 game. The majority of which all taken from cover without being spotted once. That's the experience of driving this thing as a scout in higher tier games, really, really paying off when you finally get a tier 3 game in your Panzer 38T. Well, that was a pretty spectacular result. It's a tier 3 match in a tier 3 tank, and it's almost 33,000 credits earned. 6,708 XP, tripled, some sort of special event going on when he did this one. But that's still 2,200 base experience in a tier 3 tank. Top Gun, no Radley Walters or Pools medals, you can't get them in tier 3 games. But he got patrol duty, and he lit up 8 enemy vehicles by himself. Other enemy vehicles that were spotted by other members of his team, which then popped out of the view range of other members of his team, but by then he was in position with his binoculars up and carried on spotting them, so more damage done there. 109 there, 125 there, 115 there. Yeah, whoa. Awesome. Have a look at the team scores. Well, no surprise he did the most damage of anybody else on his team by far. But if you were to add up the damage done by everybody else on his team did 1,700 damage between them. He did 1,200 by himself. And 1,000 spotting damage. Wow. That's just... The detailed report is just as good. 37 shots, 28 hits, all of which penetrated. The 47mm gun on the Panzer 38T is a good gun at tier 3, in a tier 3 game. But there are machines that it has trouble penetrating. Which is why, for example, when he had a shot at the front of that AMX-38, he didn't take the shot. Which was the smart thing to do. Why risk giving your position away for a shot that's probably going to bounce? He only fired when he knew he was going to penetrate. And it paid dividends. 8 detected. Enemies damaged. There are only 2 tanks on the entire enemy team he didn't put a shot into. And of the 13 that he damaged, he killed 11. And 1,054 spotting damage. Even managed to grab some base capture points. Wow. Just wow. And what you've got there is it's a low tier light tank player with his tank set up as a scout for higher tier games, taking full advantage of that massive view range difference that his setup gives him, and totally exploiting it on those rare occasions when you do get these things into tier 3 games, and utterly owning the enemy team. That was such a massive carry. It's fantastic. 12,500 damage done. Pretty good for a tier 3 machine, but it's in the tier 1 to 4 category. And it wasn't that far away from being one of the top damaging replays that I've seen so far in the tier 1 to 4 category, but it was never going to win. But that was such an amazing game that I'm giving him 2,500 gold anyway. So this is going to be one of my random picks, one of my spot prize winners. Well done, Bouchula. Just a masterful display of how to just exploit your advantages in a tier 3 game in the Panzer 38T. Well done. Enjoy your gold. As always, folks, take care on that battlefield. I'll catch you next time.